plaintiff, Geneva Culp, met the defendant on a blind date, and 2 years later, they got married. But 2 weeks into the marriage, she discovered the defendant was cheating. Geneva is suing her ex-husband for the balance due on a loan. Defendant Marquise Wilburn admits that their marriage ended because he cheated on Geneva, but he says it's because she withheld sex. Marquise does not believe he owes Geneva for anything.
All right, tell me what happened.
Okay, well, first we met in, I believe, 2003, blind date.
Who hooked that up for you? Your friend?
My cousin, his friend.
Okay.
And initially I saw him tall, good looking, great. If I would have knew 2 weeks after we got married that I would have found out he was cheating on me.
How long did you know him before you all were married?
2 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How did you find he was cheating 2 years later?
Going through, I found an email, explicit emails from between him and the person he was cheating with. And
it was clear that they were cheating?
Very clear.
I object,
Very
Your Honor.
clear.
What do you want to say? Wasn't clear? You all were speaking in code, so it wasn't clear. You and the would-be mistress.
Cheating. I wasn't cheating.
Oh, okay. The email she's referring to, have you ever heard this allegation?
No, sir.
This is the first time?
I wasn't cheating.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you if this is the first time you ever heard of this email she's referring to?
Yes, sir.
All right, first time is today.
No, it's not.
Go ahead. Well, he says it is. All right.
But I found out he was cheating 2 weeks after we were married, and we had just got back from the Bahamas. Beautiful trip with the islands and everything. So the last thing I thought I was gonna come back to, the last thing I thought I was gonna come back to was drama. But I called her because I knew he would have that kind of mentality to say he didn't do it.
You called who?
I called
the woman.
girl.
How did you get her number?
Through the email. I actually emailed her. She sent me her number. We talked for probably about a week, and then we set him up on a 3-way call.
Okay. All right. And what happened on that call?
On that call, she called him, and then I told her to act like I wasn't on the phone, and he talked like they would normally, was on his way over there. Then I jumped in, I said, "Hey, Mr. Wilburn, this is Mrs. Wilburn." He hung up the phone. And then came home about an hour later.
Okay. I object, Your Honor.
All right.
If the glove don't fit, you must acquit, all right? Here we go.
Did she have communications with anyone and they call you together?
I don't remember that.
All right, you don't remember that ever happening?
No, sir.
Okay, why did you all break up?
Well, we did break up because I was cheating.
You just told me a second ago that you weren't cheating. So
That's
let's
not
get
how
to
it happened,
this.
though, Your Honor.
I understand. Go ahead, ma'am. What else you want me to know? Let's get to how he owes you for a loan.
Well, in 2005, his job was a little further, not around the corner. So he talked me into getting a motorcycle, and his reason was because it would save on gas. And I totally
You were married?
agreed. We weren't married. We were dating, but I was very in love with him, saw a future with him, so I didn't have any problem with going on this loan with him in order to further our future that I had saw. We got married, continued with the payments all after he lost his job, which is why he got the motorcycle in the first place. But after he lost that job, payments became very inconsistent while he was looking for jobs. So I took on those payments. And it's been that way since, just the whole inconsistency. But
you all were husband and wife during that time, right?
Well, not the whole time. In the beginning, that's why the only part that I'm suing him for is what the balance is after the divorce, which was June of 2008.
You, sir.
All right. Yes, we did meet through a hookup. A good friend of mine at the time, he was dating her cousin. Nice looking girl. So you know how it goes. Hey, she got a friend, type deal. And she was like, yeah, she got a cute little, cousin or whatever. And I was like, all right, hook that up. And it did right away. She came over like an hour later and we met. And it was, it was cool. It sparks pretty much right away. Like 3 months later, she said, hey, I want to have a baby with you. And usually I'm like, I'm gone right away because it's like, no, I didn't have any kids at the time, and I had been asked that a few times before. But I knew I wanted to marry her. I knew I wanted to be with her.
But you weren't ready to have children.
No, I said yeah, and we got started right away.
Okay. All right.
And a year later, May 19th.
But you intended to marry her.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. May 19th of 2004, our daughter arrived. I loved her. But before that, though, she had a daughter whom I treated like my own daughter, which included buying things for her, taking her around, picking her up from school, all the stuff like that. And a year after that, we had gotten married in 2006. And it seemed like, when we came back from the honeymoon, it was like, at first we was at it like rabbits. When we came back from the honeymoon, it was like, boom, stop.
What happened on the honeymoon?
Cheated.
Excuse me, please don't object.
What happened on the honeymoon? Do you believe that caused that?
Well, I'll tell you. First of all, her whole family had came on the honeymoon, so it wasn't as sweet as she's saying it was. All right, kids had came, so it wasn't like a lot of alone time. But we asked.
I object, Your Honor.
No one came on the honeymoon.
Well, we did. Everything was simultaneous.
Other people came on the honeymoon with you?
Well, we had our own suite.
Yes or no, ma'am? Did other people come on the honeymoon?
Shut up. We were there
Your
as
Honor,
a family trip.
everybody was there. Her grandma was even there.
She finally admits that a lot of people were on the honeymoon with
her mom.
guys.
Her mom had told us like, okay, look, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all have a little alone time. I understand y'all just got married and everything like that, but Mom's was having fun on the boat. So Mom's was like, look, that's y'all kids. I ain't watching no kids on this. We ain't even get a chance to consummate.
So you all were strapped down with kids.
Yeah. So, and that pretty much set the tone for the rest of the marriage, because it was like when she would get mad about something, she would use sex as a weapon. And that ain't cool.
That's true.
Because you said that's true?
Right.
Huh? You said that's true?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, one of you got a woman. I would have too.
No, it wasn't.
I would have got a woman too. If
No,
you're going to hold off on me just
it
because,
wasn't.
you admitted it. That's what you just said. When you didn't get what you wanted, you would cut him off for sex.
No.
Please.
I was saying not true to get
Please,
any. Not
go
holding
ahead.
out.
It was like no playtime, Your Honor. When she would get mad about something, right? And so we had came up to a stretch of like a month. And, we guys, so we know when was the last time we, and it was like a month. I was like, in real life, a month?
It wasn't because she lacked desire. It was because she was intentionally punishing you.
Being mean with it.
That is terrible. And you don't deserve to be married.
I apologize
hold on. Wait, it's still my
confusion.
turn.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, okay. You didn't deny him as punishment.
I wasn't giving it to him because I didn't trust him.
Okay, that's two different things.
Your Honor.
The sensation and the desire and the
comes from
She's
trust.
cutting me off, sir.
It wasn't there. I didn't want to lay next to a man that I didn't know who he had laid next to last night.
Tell me what happened, other than you wasn't giving him any. That's all he was focusing on.
I was not.
His mind is still there.
It is. It is.
You must have whipped it on him at some point.
Your Honor.
It left his mind.
Your Honor, it was like Burger King, have it my way, asking you shall receive at first, like McDonald's, I was loving it. But
on you.
Yeah.
Like she said, though, because she didn't trust you, sir. You know why she switched up, because she didn't trust you. All right, the loan.
Back to the loan.
Now, you say he owes you now subsequent to the divorce, right?
Exactly, and I actually have the divorce decree here.
All right, sir. Well, she's going to show me the divorce decree saying that you owe. What is your defense?
It says for husband, the city financial debt, he will take what's owed.
Sir?
Well, Your Honor, in the divorce, I didn't ask for nothing, okay? We had a house, we had a duplex. I left without anything. I mean, like in Wisconsin, I guess I got 50% rights to almost everything. I didn't ask for nothing. I just asked for the clothes out the closet that were mine and my electronics, and I left with a good frame of mind.
You changed your mind after?
No. I thought the judge said, okay, listen, you can have the house, you can have the duplex, you could even have the truck. I thought the city financial was hers too.
No, it clearly
Did you read the divorce decree?
No, sir.
All right, let me point it out to you. It says to be paid by husband, and it says city financial. It says the following debts and liabilities shall be paid by the party indicated. This is your first time reading it. In the future, when you get a divorce, make sure you read the decree. In fact, if you get a court order of any type, you might want to read it. That's important.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now we know. See, we wouldn't have to come this far if he had read it. On the other hand, you wouldn't be asking for $4,900 had you read it. It says $3,000.
That was the $3,000 was.
The $3,000 is what the judge ordered he pay.
That's because it's
well, that's
two different.
the reason. That's what the judge said. Did you debate the reason with the judge?
No, they asked for the amount because it was already $2,000. We had already been to the loan 2 years. That $3,000 was from the original $5,000. So that was without interest. That was without penalties.
Did you tell the judge all of that?
No, I did not.
That's what you had to do. You should have brought that up then, and the judge would have listened to what you're saying and taken it into consideration. And then if you want to change the judge's decision, you appeal. Or if you didn't give some information that you later got a hold of, then you go back to that judge and you motion to amend the judge's order.
Okay.
You say, I have new evidence, judge, that showed that it should have been more than $3,000. It should have been $4,960,
Okay.
Judge.
Okay.
Say, Judge Mathis gave me $3,000. That's what I'm gonna give to enforce this order. And then you say, but I'm still owed $1,960, Judge, and here is why. And so I'm petitioning for an amended order. So in addition to this $3,000, I want you to order him to pay $1,960 so I can go back to Judge Mathis and he can enforce this $1,960. And he'll also get a chance to look at my cute self some more. I'm just messing with him.
Judge Mathis?
Yes.
That's not my problem anymore.
That's
you
right.
Look at her all you want.
So I can look all I want.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm not like that anyhow. That's loyal. $3,000 for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
I'm just glad it's finally over.
Yeah.
I have no bad intentions for her. I think she's a great mom.
Same thing. He's an excellent
Not
father.
a mom.
Shut up. Excellent father. The only problem was our divorce and the loan. I'm glad, even though I didn't get everything I wanted with the interest and everything, at least the $3,000 would pay off the balance of what we still owe on the loan. So I am happy with that.